Hello all, this is Ryan, pharmacist at Meyer Pharmacy. I want to talk to you today about COVID vaccine and booster doses. Today is Wednesday, September 1st, and if you're confused about this topic, I don't blame you. I'm going to attempt to explain where we are and how we got here, in the hopes of clearing up some questions. The first thing to know is to understand who has the authority to do what. The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, is the authority on if a vaccine can hit the market based on safety and effectiveness. An extra layer applies to vaccines only, where the FDA gets input from an advisory committee consisting of experts in the field of infectious disease. This committee, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, or ACIP, reviews the data and makes recommendations to the FDA on how a vaccine should be used and any clinical considerations. The first of the additional COVID dose questions came on August 12th and 13th, when the FDA and ACIP got together and approved a third dose of Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, but this only applies to those folks that are considered immune compromised. This accounts for about 3% of the US population. To date, this is currently the only population that is recommended for a third dose of COVID vaccine. It is technically not a booster dose, it's essentially just medicine evolving. From watching trends, we now know that patients that are immune compromised need a 3-dose series of vaccine and not the standard 2-dose vaccine that most people get. So now we move on to COVID booster doses. This is where the cart starts to get in front of the horse. Around August 18th, the President's administration started recommending a booster dose. Much media picked up on this, and some officials in the CDC and FDA even released statements that they were preparing for this. Some folks took that to mean that they should get their boost now. Some people heard that they were to wait 8 months and then get their from their last dose to get the next shot. Some people heard this was all going to start on September 20th. All of those messages have been in the media. I've heard them myself. The advisory committee, ACIP, or the FDA has not commented or approved this booster dose. The long and short of it is, right now, third doses of Pfizer and Moderna vaccine are only authorized for those who are immunocompromised. Today, September 1st, we cannot say if or when booster shots will be recommended or approved. Now that said, we often get asked what will the process be if a third dose is approved. The truth is, it's impossible to make a plan until we know when or who this third dose applies to. What I can tell you is that we'll stay on top of the situation and react accordingly and swiftly to accommodate the maximum amount of patients safely when and if that time arises. Anyway, I hope this helps clear up some questions that are out there. I know it's a very murky picture, but if this helps understand it just a little bit better, I think it was worthwhile. If you have not been vaccinated, we have vaccine in stock and are ready to help you at Meyer Pharmacy in Waverly. Thank you and stay safe.